Hi everybody, welcome back to Hi-Fi Resale Shop. My name is Derek and I've been selling on eBay for 17 years now. And this channel is about selling on eBay, some tips and tricks to help new people learn how to sell on eBay, what they can sell and how to sell it. Today is October 28th. We had a weekend, was pretty good. Sold 17 items for a little under $400 over the weekend. That's gross sales. And I'm going to let you know what's sold over the weekend. So let's go through that stuff. The first item that's sold was this Bloodwork audio CD. $4 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was this Soap Suds by Finola Hughes. This book sold for $10. Audio book sold for $10 plus shipping on top. Both of those I got from the audio book pickup, which was probably the middle of last summer. The next item that sold was this Alex Marie purple shirt. It is a 4P, 4 petite, and that sold for $10 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold is Bonnie Tyler CD, Secret Dreams. This sold for $5.99 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was this Chicago Bears 1985 Super Bowl champions watch. It wasn't made in 1985. Avon made it a little bit later than that. I don't remember exactly when. But it's new. It's never been turned on, but obviously it's probably going to need a battery in it or whatever. It doesn't say exactly what year it was made, but that watch was $14.99 plus shipping on top, and excruciating loss, I guess, for them yesterday from that Hail Mary pass that they couldn't knock down. The next thing was this Nautica shirt. But back to the Bears game. I am from Chicago. I am a Bears fan, but I really appreciate where I am right now, that I can watch a game or not watch a game. I really don't follow sports anymore, but that kind of a loss yesterday, or losing a game like that at the last second, would have really changed how my upcoming week would have been if I was still a diehard Bears fan. It really would have affected me, but now, not so much. So the next item that sold is this Nautica ice blue large collared shirt. It's $9 plus shipping on top for that. The next order was a very nice order to receive. It was 4 audiobooks. These audiobooks have sound effects on them, so not only are you having different actors read different parts, I think, on these, but there's actually sound effects as well. So these 4 audiobooks, my customer paid, and thank you, Gerald, this customer paid $65.60. There might be some shipping that I have to return for these, but the $65.60 is the amount he paid for the books, not the shipping and stuff. So it was The Last Gunfighter, Ambush Valley, The Last Gunfighter, Helltown, The Last Gunfighter, Devil's Legion, and The Last Gunfighter, Savage Country. And that is episode 13, 14, 16, and 17. So apparently you got 15 from another person, and he got the 4 from myself. So thank you for that order. The next one is another audiobook that sold, Eye of the Beholder by David Ellis. And this sold for $6 plus shipping on top. The next item was a CD, J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only. This sold for $5 plus shipping on top. The next thing that sold was this tape measure. It sold. It's got like a readout on the top. It's Evans 12-foot True View tape. That sold for $12.80 plus shipping on top. The next item was a pair of sweatpants. These are ladies. Isabella Bird. They're like an olive green. Lounge pant, $8 plus shipping on top. Let's see. The next thing was this CD, Autolux, Future Perfect, indie rock, I guess. And this sold for $6 plus shipping on top. The next item was another really nice CD sale. Was Andre 3000 Alter Ego. This, I think, is some kind of an import or something, or a mixtape. It sold for $30 plus shipping on top. The next item is these pants here, Bob Mackie, extra large. Have an elastic waist on them, and they're kind of like a, I don't know, like a twill or something kind of pant. $12.80 plus shipping on top on those. The next item was this Missouri State. It's like a flask and 4 shot glasses. That sold for $20 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was this Orvis denim shirt with this fly fishing embroidery here on the pocket. It's got a bunch of flies. And then just a nice worn denim shirt. Sold for $24.99 plus shipping on top. And then this CD is the last thing. It's sold for $10 plus shipping on top. There was somebody who put a question out there, and it said something to the effect of, what kind of mindset does it take to do eBay? And I think you have to be a self-starter. You have to be self-motivated to be able to do this on a daily basis when really nothing says you have to do it. So that's for kind of any gig, side hustle, people call it gig or side gig or whatever. That's with anything like that. You have to be a little bit self-motivated and self-starter, be able to put goals in front of yourself and complete them. But I also think one of the things with eBay is that you have to know that you start at the bottom, obviously, and you're not going to get to the top in a year. You're not going to get to the top in 3 months. You're not going to get to the top in 6 months. It's a process, and it's a process that can be very rewarding, but it's a process that also can, even for someone like me, on a day where I only sell $20 worth of stuff, I'm questioning everything that I'm doing. So the day that I sell $300 worth of stuff, I'm not questioning myself. I have a very good sense of self on those days, and on the days where I sell $20 worth of stuff, I have a very bad sense of stuff. So you have to understand that, and you have to understand that there are different stages in eBay. If I recall correctly, when you start out, they only allow you to list a certain number of things. And then when something sells, then you can list something else. then you get about 10 sales under your belt and maybe 3 or 4 feedback, and then they'll like kind of let you go, and they might give you 100 listings to be able to list, and a certain dollar amount of what you can list for. So I don't know the specifics on that. It's been such a long time since I did that, but I do remember that they only give you like a little bit of a yard, and then they release you into a bigger yard kind of thing. So you have to realize that they're going to limit you in that way, and you can only do it so much as that they're limiting you, and not get caught up watching these people on YouTube who tell you to reach for the stars and you could do it. There are certain criteria that you have to meet before you can move up and on, and not to get frustrated with that. I think one of the main things is if you're a smaller part-time seller, or if you're a smaller seller, you have to be able to jump on the big deal. So there was last week, I was thumbing through Facebook or whatever marketplace, and there was a store going out of business, and the guy who was getting rid of the store was looking to move all of the inventory at one time, which was he said it was $100,000 retail of stuff, and he wanted 28,000 for it. So, but you have to have that money, otherwise you can't even entertain that offer. And I spent the better part of a week trying to figure out if there's any way I could finagle that money to grab that stuff, because that would be great to have here right before Christmas. Although I would spend the better part of November, the whole November, listing that stuff. Like every waking moment, I would probably be listing that stuff. So, you have to be able to pick up on those big deals. So for me, one of those, when I came back to reselling, what year would that have been? So this is 2024, so 2023. So 2023 or December of 2022, I quit my job as a manager of a retail store. I wasn't enjoying myself, and I decided to quit so I could go into full-time reselling, because I just was feeling that the Lord was calling me to do that so I could be with my family more. And so that's what I did, and we've steadily grown from there, and we're still going up to the point where I can pay a lot of the bills for the family. So one of the first deals that I came across was the audiobooks. So the audiobooks, as you could see when we went through the orders, there were 7 audiobooks this time that I sold over the weekend for over $100 in sales this weekend. It's not always like that, but I sell 5 audiobooks a week probably. So that's $100 in sales maybe, or $50 to $100 in sales. And that really helps out. That is like a steady thing every week, where I'm going to sell 5 to 7 audiobooks every week. That's a given kind of thing. The CDs was another really big buy, and that was in October of last year. I bought out the CD store. Had been working on that guy to sell me those for a long time. And the way that CD sale worked is that he got to the point where he had to get him out of his house. And I had been talking to him about it a long time. And I said, I don't have all the money to buy that all at one time. And so he was like, well, I trust you because we're friends, and I will take it on credit, and you can just pay me back like monthly. And I was like, that's cool, that's cool. I'll be happy to do that. And so he would tell me like, hey, I need $1,000 this month. Can I get it by this date? And I'd say yes. I need $500. Can I get it by this date? Yes. And I just kept track of how much it was. And when we got to the end, we were done. And then he found some more CDs in his house, and I bought those for a separate amount. And, um, each kind of, because the quantity isn't what it was. Like the last time I bought 500 CDs from him, I didn't pay what I paid for the 5,000 CDs because I wasn't sure the quality of the 500 compared to the 5,000, where I could make it back on a large number of things. So the deals are different, but you gotta be able to creatively take those deals somehow, some way. There was also another deal. I think it's way back when I first started YouTube, where I did this sports memorabilia auction. I paid $500 for that. Even that guy was cool, and that guy took. Come here. That guy took an offer. I gave him $500, but he took $250 up front, and then he took $250 in a week. And so this is Mello. This is our little Chiweenie Dachshund weenie dog. So you have to be able to do those deals. If you don't put yourself in a position to do those deals, then you're never going to take the next step up. So even when you're a small seller, you go to a garage sale and you see, I'm just going to use like a large group of clothing that you can sell that is of good brand name, and a large group that you're going to that would be good to sell and at a decent size. So you wouldn't want to buy a huge lot of small clothing unless it's all luxury brands, and then maybe you'll be able to get rid of it. But let's say it's size large, and then it's all Chico's or something like that, and you buy it all, and you get a really good price on it. Those are the things that are going to step up your game, depending on what you're selling. If you find a garage sale with a ton of old video games, that's when you got to pull the trigger. You got to figure out some way to get that and get it all, and then list it and start to be that video game seller. Excuse me. But I think the eBay thing, you have to take into account that there's levels in it. I watched one guy, Tekken. He was the number one clothing reseller on eBay for 15 years or whatever. And he has this mindset of being number one on eBay, and giving it everything that you have possibly to give. And that's not the way I go about it. I mean, it's great if that's the way that somebody wants to go about it, but I don't want to be the king of eBay. I just want to make a decent living at it. I want to be able to provide my family, provide them a vacation every once in a while, and have enough to be able to bless myself and bless other people with the money that we make from this. So it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to be the king of eBay, then it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take a lot of time to get to that point. But it certainly can be done. I list about 10 to 20 things on a daily basis. last week I listed 10 to 20 items every day until Saturday when I said I was going to do it at night. And then I had to reboot my computer and back it up when I went to go do that stuff. And so that kind of didn't put me in the mood to continue to do that. So I actually ended up just going to bed because I was tired and I felt sick and I didn't want to do it. But right now, after Sunday afternoon, my sales tapered off into nothing. So I think that not doing anything on Saturday, the eBay algorithm punished me for that, and I haven't seen any sales really since then. So I listed a bunch of stuff last night out of my draft bank. It took about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I moved on with my day. And so we will see if that helps get me back on track this morning. But eBay algorithm, if you don't know, it likes activity. So listing, delisting, delisting and relisting, answering emails, sending offers, answering offers, those type of things eBay's looking for. And it makes perfect sense because all of that, except for listing, is taking care of the customer. And taking care of the customer is very important. If I was sending somebody to you that I said they're looking for this type of thing, and they asked you a question and you didn't respond to them, and they never bought anything, I would never really send you anybody again to sell something to them because you didn't answer the question that they had. So you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So why would eBay send you somebody if you don't answer people's questions and in a timely manner? So it's the same thing with shipping things out. So I'm going to ship out these items that were purchased over the weekend, and that'll start a clock that the eBay algorithm will start to see that I'm working on my eBay store again. So that, and when I get to listing, it'll also show that I'm doing that. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell somebody about it so that we can grow the channel. And that's all I have. And so see you next week. Peace.